Hello and thanks for tuning into this video. My name is Christiana and you can find me at cosmictarot.co.uk, and it's the full moon in Aquarius today. So I thought I would talk a little bit about how to combine the tarot with the moon and with astrology. Doesn't need to be complicated. You take it one step at a time, especially if you haven't done it before. So let's look at the full moon in Aquarius. How is that reflected in the tarot? So Aquarius, you can find Aquarius in the star, in the King of Swords, and in the 5, the 6 and the 7 of Swords. And just to get you a little bit thinking, when you look at these 3 images, okay, can you see how people on all 3 of them, you can see people in there that are moving away from something, a situation that they don't want to be in. So this is the kind of common theme here in these 3 cards. And when you look at cards in the tarot and then you connect these cards to the zodiac sign, in this case Aquarius, then you can see what maybe you need to pay attention to, what you need to focus on. And these 3 cards could maybe advise you to move away from something that in a way is really not working out for you right now, and you just need to become more aware of it, and you need to kind of acknowledge that. Okay, that was just a little excursion into these 3 cards. But full moon in Aquarius, we have this wonderful card which is the star. Okay, and the full moon, this particular moon phase is very energetic. Well, there is a strong pull from the moon. The way the moon affects us all, we know that the moon affects the water on our planet, so it will affect us as human beings. We are made of water, 75% or something. And of course the moon regulates women's hormonal cycle, so we are kind of, or regulates, or sometimes plays with it as well. So, but the moon plays with all of us in a way. So our moods, our feelings, emotions, they're all ebbing and flowing and changing, ever changing, just like the moon. So that's what we're dealing with. And when we get to the full moon, then that energy is very strong. There are strong feelings, emotions. What you do is, when it says full moon in Aquarius, then it will focus on a particular energy and around the Aquarian energy. Now there is a lot, if you're an astrologer, you can say a lot about it in terms of what Aquarians are like, which is fine. But if you're more of a visual person and you're working with a tarot, then of course you can look at the Aquarius cards in the tarot and you can see what sort of energies are surrounding you at the moment in terms of the tarot. So you look at the images and say, well, the star image is a wonderful image of rebirth, optimism, healing, being positive. There is a sense of replenishment and serenity around the star. So that is something that you can focus on at this time around the full moon. And the way to use the full moon energy is by focusing on, the energy itself is all about a culmination of something. Full moon means there is a highlight, there is an accomplishment, there is fulfillment. It's that sort of thing. There is a sense of abundance, an abundance around the the star, because it's the full moon in Aquarius. So what in relation to this card do you feel abundant about? Okay, so this is how you can combine the tarot with the moon phases and with astrology. And I also want to stress at this point that when you're working with the tarot a lot and you want to incorporate astrology and the moon phases, then you are blending these together to make them work for you. You can tune into the moon phases, and it's absolutely fine looking at the new moon, the waxing moon, and the moon wanders through all the zodiac signs during the lunar month. So, but try and keep it simple for yourself, and at the beginning just focus on the new moon and the full moon, and then you can build on that later. Okay, so here we have looked at the full moon in Aquarius. Now, what can you do today? Or what can you do at the time of the full moon? Obviously, you want to have a little ritual. I'm not really a sort of ritualistic person, as in dancing in the circle outside in the garden, and so that's not what I do. I do very much practical, down to earth stuff with my tarot deck, and with meditation, with mindfulness, with creativity. And I always like to take some time out, as much as I can, on these sorts of days, like the full moon tonight. I'm really looking forward to that. I've got a couple of activities planned for myself. One of them I can show you. Actually, I show you a couple. And the first one I want to show you is, if you haven't seen my Tarot Moon journal yet, this is it. And in this journal there is a video on my YouTube channel as well about it, which shows you what is in here. But of course, here we are. We have the full moon in Aquarius reading. So we can do a 3-card reading. This is very simple. I have kept the readings in this book very simple because I wanted to appeal to beginners as well, people who are just getting into combining tarot with the moon phases and astrology. So very simple questions. So we're looking here at achievements, at highlights. Look at, well, draw a card for each and look at what works really well for you at this moment in time. What focus on the positive, especially with the star. It gives you an idea, the topics. It's about optimism, serenity, yes, reason as well, because Aquarius is an air sign, so we're looking at logic, being emotionally detached as far as you can do that at the time of a full moon. But yeah, take a step back, really quite important, and look at the bigger picture. So this is what the star card is inviting you to do. Okay, so this is something you can do very easy, and also, as I showed you before, the King of Swords is a card relating to Aquarius as well. And you can, for example, look at the qualities of the King of Swords, and you can work out or explore which qualities you need to focus on, which ones to avoid, that sort of thing. So you can do that here, or you will have time enough now to just write these things down. If you don't want to buy the journal, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, this journal includes all the readings for the rest of the year as well, so you can just work through it. And like I said, it's great for beginners as well. The other thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to color in the star card. Now, one thing you can do with the full moon as well is, because the energy is so strong, you can actually use it to manifest something. So if you're struggling right now, if you're not feeling right, and if you emotionally you're all over the place, you can manifest something better. You can think of positive things. What is it that you want to manifest in your life? And now is a good time during the full moon to really focus on that. And when you focus on something, you start to get that energy going, and it's you're reflecting on it, and then it kind of becomes stronger as well. And so when you're coloring this image, which is a lovely image, the star, while you're coloring it in, you can think of all the things in terms of the star card. What is it that you want to manifest for yourself that is represented by this card? Then you will really, in a mindful way, you will sort of focus on it, and it kind of sticks in your mind as well. You can even write things around it, whatever you want to manifest, and take some time and do this. I call it mindful coloring. Also, if you do this sort of thing, I would suggest don't get stuck in the traditional way of coloring it. You know what this card looks like. In the Rider-Waite, we have the blue sky, and the sort of green and everything. So all very traditional. Try and get away from that. It's okay if you feel like the sky should be purple or pink or something. If you feel you can't make a decision, or you find it really hard to think outside the box, that's fine. Just take a handful of pencils, and then for each symbol that you see, like the star, the water, the mountain, maybe the flowers here, there is a bird, for all, and even the person, the hair, everything, choose for each area, choose a pencil with your eyes closed, and then see which colors come up. And then at the end of it, you'll have an image that has been sort of created from your intuition, okay? And it can be quite fun. You might have a sort of yellow lake, or kind of lime green, and then it looks a bit like Chernobyl or something. But don't worry about it. What is really important is that in the end, when you look at the colors, there is obviously symbolism in colors as well. What are these colors telling you? What will these colors tell you? So it is a really fun exercise to do, and I'm really looking forward to doing this tonight. And this is something you can get from my Patreon space. So I have a membership area where you can download these worksheets, and I will put a link down below on this video, so you can click on that, and I think I will put one in here as well. What you also get together with this, you get a worksheet which is called the Full Moon in Aquarius worksheet, with journaling prompts, with guidance. And if you watch this video much later and the full moon in Aquarius is long gone, I put up new worksheets every month. So that is what you get with your membership. You get lots of tarot resources, worksheets. That's what you get on my Patreon space. So that's it for today. Just to let you know, if you have any questions, if you want to get in touch, it would be fantastic. Just write a message down below, or visit my website. I'd love to hear from you, and I also love answering all your questions. So if you need to know any more, then just get in touch. And so thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you soon on Patreon or on my website, or I've also got a free Facebook group, so I put that link down below as well. So you can choose. We can kind of, if you want to work with me, then you've got several options. Okay, so I'll see you later and have a great day. Bye.